Hey fishing fanatics, welcome back to Fish Den 365. It's one of these snowy, rainy days here. We got a wintry mix. We got snow, we got sleet, we got freezing rain, and then we got plain rain, and then it's going to get cold overnight again and all freeze up again. Can hardly wait for that tomorrow morning. So several weeks ago, I did a Tackle Warehouse unboxing where I had a new rod and a new reel. And in that video, I also did a review of a website called Avid Bass Tackle.com, and they sell knockoffs, lure knockoffs, like whopper plopper knockoffs as well as others. And so I thought I would purchase some items from Avid Bass. So I'd like to review those now with you and show you what I think and what the experience was with buying from Avid Bass Tackle. So I'm going to change the camera around so that we can take a look at some of these baits together, and we'll see what we got. Okay, so here we are. The first surprise that I got when I got this order in the mail is all of these parts came in a bag. So there were some lures that came without all the parts that were needed. And in fact, on this swim bait, this tail that you see right here was also in the bag, but that tail clearly snaps in this bait. It belongs with this one. This is one of the more exciting ones because it seems to be pretty well balanced. It's weighted correctly in the front and back. So I'm kind of excited about this bait to see how it works. But some of these other parts, I don't even think they were the right part. For example, there was a lure here, this one, that gets one of these tails. I don't think this is the right tail for it because it doesn't line up where the pinholes are on it. And I'm quite sure that this wasn't meant to be for this either. Maybe so, but the pins that I got don't really puncture through this material very well, so pretty big disappointment there. So there's these two tails. I really don't know where they go. There's another lure here that I ordered. This is another swim bait. There is no pinholes for this, so this tail clearly does not go in there. And if this one goes in there, I don't know how it's supposed to stay in. Maybe you're just supposed to stuff it in there or something and it's supposed to stay. Pretty stupid. I don't think these tails are even the right tails for the baits. So I was disappointed with that. There's certain baits here that I will not be ordering again. A little hard to tell what these swim baits look like online. I knew they weren't very big, but this one's got a bill that comes way off. So this is a Wakebait. I really don't like this dorsal fin. I think it might even get in the way for a fish to get down on it. So if I was to use this, I'd probably break the dorsal fin off. But I don't like where the back hook goes, how it's on this angle like this right here. You'd need a couple of split rings to get that hook to dangle the way you would need it. So this one's out. This one, same kind of thing. I really don't like where that back hook is. It's not as bad. It's a bit fat and wide for what it is. It's got some rattles, but I'm not really thrilled with it, so I probably won't be bothering with this one again. So this is a Rebel, I think it's called an F7 Minnow. This is the real deal. Here's one that came from Avid Anglers that is supposed to be the knockoff for it. And they did a pretty good job with this. I mean, this bait is the exact same size. The one I have in my hand here, no rattles. That's the hook you hear go on there. If I fold that hook in, you see no rattle. But there are some rattles in this one. So there's a difference there. Interesting that the lip on this actually says Rebel Minnow on it, very much like what you would see on this lip, which says Rebel Minnow, but the lips are clearly different material. Looks like the lip on these baits that I got from Avid Bass are the same material as the rest of the plastic that makes up the bait, and that might be okay. I don't know. So what I'll be doing with this one, and in the lures that I end up thinking that I might actually use, what I will be doing is putting hooks on them. I'm going to Bass Pro Shops tomorrow with my dad. I'll probably make a little video out of that. I'm going to be getting some hooks, some Gamakatsu EWG hooks, and I will be putting them on some of these lures. And as soon as we have some clear water, when the ice is off, I'll do some retrieval comparisons between the real thing and the imitator to see how similar they look in the water and how similar they feel. And that's something that I can show my viewers, and then you can see what's going on with that. So the Rebel Minnow here, pretty close copy. We'll see how that works. So one of the more exciting things that I was hoping to get out of this is a Rapala Risto wrap a good crankbait that Rapala, I don't believe, produces anymore. And Avid Bass Tackle had a Risto Wrap knockoff. And you can see the shape of the bait is identical. The eyes are different, whereas the Risto Wrap doesn't really have indented eyes. The Avid Bass Tackle one does. I do like how it's weighted. It feels like it's balanced pretty well. The one thing that I noticed that's different again is the bill, where you see the bill on this one is clear plastic. The bill on this is the same material as the plastic of the bait. And it's also a little bit different shaped. It's very similar. There's this cupped out portion here. It's similar enough that the action will probably be very similar, but it's not identical. And so we'll see what effect that has on the action. Looking forward to getting some hooks on these, and we'll get a comparison of the Risto Wrap coming through the water along with this so that you can get a look at how they compare to each other. This one's another Risto Wrap here. Then we have two Lucky Craft Stacy knockoffs here. So we'll see how these work too. I'm real curious to see how these are in the water because I want to put some hooks on here. They have this flash inside. All of these lures can be painted. I'll probably paint some of these if I like how they work. I'm not even going to bother painting them unless I like how they work first. We'll be checking them in the water first. But these are some Stacy's that I bought. And then lastly, this is a knockoff of a Megabass Vision 110. The eyes came in this plastic bag also, and I put they're just stick-on eyes. There's a little indentation for the eyes, and you just stick them on there. So I already stick them on, but this thing obviously needs hooks. The shape of the bait you can see, and the size matches the Vision. And again though, the bill is the same material as the plastic mold that was used to mold the bait. That may be okay. We'll see. So I will be putting hooks on this, and we'll be comparing this to the real deal in the water too. Looking forward to showing that to you. We have to wait until the ice is off before we can do that. And then lastly, I think I mentioned this one already. This is a wake bait, or I'm sorry, this is a glide bait that I'm somewhat excited about to see how it works. I like the size of this. I like how it looks with the tail. I might put chartreuse on this tail. We'll see how this one works, but if it has that good gliding motion, then I've gotten something here that I can use. Again, these baits were very, very cheap. Usually you get what you pay for, so I won't be very disappointed if they don't work the way I want them to, and that'll be that. But if I get something that does work well, I may buy more and experiment with my own painting. This is something that, I'm always, I usually like to buy the originals when I'm buying baits because the originals work the best and someone worked hard to get that original. But if I can find something a little bit different, a little bit better priced, or something that works even better because there's something a little bit different about it, I'm all for that. I'm always looking for something a little different than what the rest of the crowd is throwing. Sometimes that'll give you an advantage with catching a little more fish. So that's what this whole experiment is about. And I look forward to bringing you the results once we have the hooks on here and we have some open water. So that'll be a future video. So you'll definitely want to keep it tuned to the channel. I've got a lot of good stuff coming up. I have another Tackle Warehouse box coming actually today. I will be doing an unboxing video on that probably on Friday. It's going to have quite a bit of good items in it that I think will interest you, some new stuff. Can't wait to share that with you. And like usual, we'll be talking about the art and science of bass fishing. I'm Den Haring. If you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, comment. If you have experience with Avid Bass Tackle, please comment. Let me know what your findings and your thoughts are. I'd be very interested to hear what your experience is with that also. And if you have any ideas for videos coming in the future from me, feel free to comment in the comment section about that also. That's it for now. May God bless your fishing endeavors, and we'll see you soon.